Hey guys, Shashideen, the AI Operations Analyst here. In today's video, we are going to be solving this inquiry that I found within an AI community. And it's around a booking agent that he has a problem around when it comes to inserting customer information. So let's go ahead and read it out and then solve it. It's by this guy that I can't pronounce his name of. I apologize. Hey guys, I have built an appointment booking agent on Voiceflow. I want the agent to use the given tools properly, but it is not even taking in the customer information. In the prompt, I have clearly mentioned like trigger this tool and trigger that tool. When this happens, still not working. Another thing I noticed, when the user types in their preferred date and time, it is storing inside the last utterance variable. But I want it stored in preferred date time variable. I have used the set variable step and it is still storing in the last utterance variable. By the way, I am using the path function method and not the function call method. Could anyone please help me? So this problem is a technical problem when it comes to his booking agent on Voiceflow, and it surrounds around inputting customer information. Now, when it comes to any technical problems, usually if you're focused on something so technical like this, you're building agents, right? And so this community is focused around business owners building AI agencies or agencies implementing AI. And so the problem here is you're getting stuck on a technical problem you shouldn't even be dealing with, right? And you might say, oh, well, I want to understand the tool that I'm building, right? I want to know all the components and, I just want to be an expert at building product. But when you're a business owner, the best approach is to take a market-first approach, not a product-first approach. Because by the time you build the next big thing, locked up in your basement, it doesn't turn out to be successful because no one wants your thing. And so you need to validate the idea. And the only way to validate an idea is by having an audience that you've built first, building likability and trust, to then survey or run interviews on what problems they're experiencing, to then offer your product to the marketplace, even though you don't even have a complete product built. The reason you do this is because you're able to validate it by getting pre-sales, right? You can have a wait list or whatever, but pre-sales is the validation metric. So being in the community that you're in, it doesn't necessarily make sense to focus on this technical problem of using a path function and not the function call method, blah blah blah. None of that stuff matters, right? Because at the end of the day, this type of technical problem is a low barrier, right? And so you're spending your time and your energy on a technical problem someone else already knows the answer to, right? And so, there are standard requirements for what skills you need to have. For example, let's say you are building relationships. You need to know how to unify people. You need to know how to communicate. And you probably need to know how to invoke imagination within your customers to visualize their final destination, right? What the result will be once you've delivered your solution. Those are necessary. Those are required skills you need to have in your skill set, but not solving for these technical problems because you're meant to be a marketer, right? Now, if you want to solve for these problems, just know someone else already solved them before you, which is fine if you want to do this as like a passion project, maybe to solve for your own life, right? Maybe there's specific things that you want to solve around, for example, automating emails, etc., that you send out to, let's say, your boss or your colleagues, then this pans out for you. But that's completely separate to what this guy is in the community for, right? And so he's simply asking the wrong question and he's focused on the wrong thing completely. And this hurts my soul to see people focus on the wrong thing. Because once you acquire capital from getting a pre-sale around your solution, then you're able to allocate that capital towards acquiring labor to have someone else build it for you and solve this problem for you at 2x, 3x the speed, right? Because this guy might spend like a whole entire week around this one technical problem that can literally get solved by an expert better than him, right? And so you need to think about speed, right? Efficiency is such a huge deal when it comes to marketing, because by the time you solve your technical problems, the market won't want your thing anymore. Even let's say you validated a solution, but now you're focused on technical problems. By the time you get all the information and you solve all these technical problems, it'll be too late. The opportunity will be gone. It'll be way too late. And that's nature. Opportunities come and go, right? Trends rise and fall. And so I promise you, there's a ton of people focused on automations and agents, etc. But to be good at productization, which is a skill in of itself to offer to the marketplace, that should be the main focus, right? So either focus on making a software around AI, which, by the way, technology moves very fast, especially in the AI space, because AI can be self-organizing without the need of a human being to organize itself, right? It has its own brain. So as it gathers data, it improves itself. It iterates on itself, which is why the AI space moves very quickly. We're going to have physical robots in no time. But when it comes to productization, this arbitrage opportunity is huge. It's massive because it takes creative ability and market expertise and operations expertise to make it work. So really think about it. You might be focused on the wrong thing, 99%. So really, all you have to do is change your identity to think from a high level instead of a low technical level, basically. Because most people are down here. They overcomplicate and they make everything super complicated and technical when it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be. Cool. That's pretty much it. I've rambled on enough here. I've extrapolated on that inquiry and solved it for you guys. I hope you guys found this valuable. If you did, and you want to see more of me on your home feed, hit that subscribe button. Take care.